everyone. Today I want to talk to you about major characteristics that leaders have. Leaders are capable of making decisions. Yeah, you understood that right. They are not afraid of pulling the trigger. Now, don't take me wrong, that doesn't mean that they rush into decisions. Very good leaders are careful in balancing out the risks between making a decision with not all of the data and not making the decision at all. The reality in the business world is that you will never have certainty, but it is also true that when you do not make a decision, you are paying a price. A lot of us don't even recognize that, but I guarantee you that's true. When you take too much time to figure out in which directions your team should execute, for example, well, you're wasting time. And you know how they say, right? Time is money. So, what is it? Why is it so difficult for certain people to be decisive and pull the trigger in, especially in those high stakes situations where leaders really shine or should shine with their decisiveness? Well, as a coach, I see these day in and day out. The real problem is that a lot of people tell themselves a lot of stories. They have thoughts in their heads about the consequences if things go wrong, and they are fearful, or they feel they don't have enough information. And in that sense, because of those thoughts, their heart has a lot of different emotions that, well, of course, right? I mean, if you're scared and afraid, what is the probability that you are really going to pull the trigger on something? It is totally understandable that you want to stay in that situation of not making the decision. But as I said, how much is that costing you? This is exactly the job and the work that I do with my clients as a leadership coach. I help them surface some of these detrimental, I would say, thoughts and emotions. And as people become more aware, they themselves realize, I need to change my thoughts. I need to change my emotions if I want to be able to drive action that as a leader, I definitely need to do. So let me ask you this. What are your thoughts where you are in front of a high pressure situation and stakes are high? Are you able to push through, or do you stop there like adhering with ad slide, right? In the ad slide, and you're like, I cannot do this. If this sounds like you and you really want some help figuring it out, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm Simona Pappalardo, and I'm a leadership coach who helps overworked and overwhelmed managers become confident and authentic leaders who create success for themselves, their team, and their organization at large. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye!